asked me if I could show you how I join threads together when I run out of thread. So what I've done on this pattern, I've actually cut my thread so that I have a bobbin with no thread on it, and I'm going to show you how I join in the bobbins. Right, what you're going to need for this is you're going to need your new bobbin that you've wound some thread on. Then you're going to need something to tie the two bobbins together. Now you can either use a small cable tie, an elastic band, some form of sticky tape, or double-sided Velcro. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to join this bobbin and that bobbin together so that we're running with two threads. So the first thing I'm going to do is to put a pin up, and I'm going to tie a knot in my thread. I use a clove hitch, but you can tie any sort of knot you like as long as it's secure. Over the pin, pull it tight, and then I need to feed that thread down through all these pins so it comes out with my other thread. Let's go in a bit closer so that you can see that. Okay, so you can see it's come out of the pins alongside the other one. Now I need to make both bobbins the same length, and this one's playing up at the moment because this is a heavy bobbin. Right, okay, so I've got my thread attached to my pin. I've got my bobbins the same length. I've now got to join them together. I'm going to use sticky tape this morning. Just got to be a bit careful on that hand painted bobbin. It should be alright. Join them together quite tightly and twist them a couple of times just to get the thread in. I've got to do about 1 centimetre of lace. So I'll just start this off. Thread, which is this one, I've actually done a whole pattern repeat, so I think it's about time we actually removed it. So all you do is you take your bobbins apart, get rid of your piece of sellotape or elastic band or whatever you've used, leave the twists in, take the full bobbin, put it down on the pillow, the other one, cut the thread. So we cut the thread, put the bobbin away, and then what you're going to do is you're going to feed that back through the pins and out of the way. And then you can continue with your new bobbin and your thread. Now look at our joins. I don't know whether you can see these, but there's one thread up here that I joined in, and that's going into there, and the other thread, if I can find it, is there, coming out of there. So we can now cut these threads off. I'm well past, and I can now cut these threads off. So very carefully, I've got a pair of sharp nail scissors that are curved. I'm now going to cut the threads. So that's one, and cut the second thread. And that is now a safe join. Now, if you want to, you can actually add some of this, which is fray check. If you're exhibiting your lace or you're going in for a lace exam, you can't. If you actually, I haven't used mine for ages, if you actually want to put it onto a piece of lace that you're going to use, all you need is a tiny little dab on one end and a tiny little dab on where it came out. And that's all you need just to stop it fraying. This is the bottle of fray check that I use. It's Prim Fray Check. Comes in tiny little bottles. You have a really very fine dropper on the top, and you literally just use one tiny little drop at a time.